Buki, thank you for joining us today. Bring us up to speed on on today's auction, subscription levels, rates, and just what is on offer.
Okay, good afternoon. So for today's bond auction, we have 150 billion on offer across the three tenors, 2027, 2035, and 2049 maturities. And from the bids we've seen being submitted so far, it looks like the subscription is going to significantly outweigh what is on offer, particularly on the 2049 bonds. However, we do not expect that the closing rates would be significantly higher than where the secondary market is currently trading at the moment. And the reason is because month on month, we've seen a significant increase in yields across these same tenors, and we expect that the closing rates should reflect market levels at the moment.
Okay, now for overall market performance since Monday, we're at midweek now. I know that liquidity challenges, the squeeze is still impacting on the yield curve, but just help us understand, give us a summary of how that has impacted trading and investor sentiment since Monday.
Okay, so because of the tight money market liquidity, we've seen a significant decline in trading activities, and the market has generally remained bearish. You know, this is the trend we've witnessed throughout the month because the liquidity decline has persisted from the beginning of the month up until now. So market is essentially offered both on treasury bills and on bonds, and yields continue to trend up gradually.
I'd like us to quickly, quickly talk about the FGN Eurobond market. And I know that according to the note you put out, that the market has been held steady by rising oil prices and has supported sub-Saharan African papers. But I'd like you to draw your attention to, as you know, the government, the fiscal authorities are hoping to go to the market this year to raise about $3 billion US dollars. And now we know that we're seeing rising inflation in the U.S. The month of April, we did see a surge between March and April to around 4.2% year on year. Now, what analysts are saying is that this may force the hand of the Fed to raise rates way earlier than than its target of 2024. And of course, you know that if that happens, we might see interest rates going up, and of course, that ripple effect. So I'm just wondering, what kind of scenario does that paint for a country like Nigeria heading to the Eurobond market?
I mean, so market forces, there's nothing you can do about market forces. So for the federal government, what I would expect is that there should be a rate band, within which they are comfortable raising those funds from the Eurobond market. And so, peradventure, they are not able to raise as much as they would have wanted to. They would then possibly need to come into the local market to raise the balance, and what that would do would definitely be to increase rates in the local market as well.
Okay, well, let's hope that that doesn't happen. Let's quickly talk about the Naira. We saw it appreciate yesterday at the INE window, but I'd like you to just help us understand how it's doing at the OTC spot markets. We did see sort of a depreciation recently. Of course, there's speculation left and right on whether or not that was a deliberate move on the part of the CBN. But what can you tell us?
Yeah. I think for the Naira market, day on day, it generally depends on whether the rate appreciates or depreciates at the moment anyway, is based on market activities, So when there's more supply, then you would see some sort of appreciation. So it's not anything significant driving the appreciation or otherwise at the moment, because there's no significant news or change surrounding market activities at the moment.
All right, Buki, thank you for talking to us today. We appreciate your time on the show. Buki Aregbesola, Head of Fixed Income at Access Bank.